Hey guys, and welcome to 9.9 Comics, the top 5. I am your host Kyle, here to bring to you our top 5 picks for New Comic Book Day for the week of October 2nd, 2019. Coming in at number 5 today, we have Dark Arc After Flood, number 1 out of Aftershock Comics. The epic series returns. 2 arcs were built to survive the flood. One was filled with the creatures of the natural world, the other was populated by, well, everything else. Now that the denizens of the Dark Ark have beaten Noah's Ark to land, a new societal order must be created. One based on the rule of monsters. Kaylee, a new sorceress, ventures to maintain order amidst the chaos. But her otherworldly masters have a different task in mind. She must devise a way to bring Noah's Ark to the monsters, because the beasts must feed. So, I mean, obviously, we've blown up Dark Ark before. You've been with us for a while. Dark Ark was a hugely successful series and is highly collectible, so if you can get your hands on any of the original series, do so. I mean, also, it's Cullen Bunn. I mean, regardless if it's Dark Ark returning, it's Cullen Bunn returning. Buy anything Cullen Bunn, hands down. Our number 4 pick for this week is Ghost Rider number 1. All hell breaks loose. The brothers Ghost Rider are back. Johnny Blaze ain't just the king of hell, he's the warden too. He's the first in line of defense between the demonic hordes trying to escape the joint and the lords of the other hells making a play for his throne, and all the power that comes with it, included a certain evil queen from his past. Meanwhile, Danny Ketch never wanted to be a Ghost Rider. Now that means his brother's in charge downstairs. Ketch must take on the duty of Earth's spirit of vengeance, full-time, no matter how much he'd rather be doing anything else. Superstar creative team Ed Brisson from Extermination and Aaron Kuder from Guardians of the Galaxy redefine the Marvel Universe's supernatural underbelly for the brutal new era, plus the first installment of the Caretaker Chronicles. Forget everything you thought you knew. So, coming off the back of, has nothing to do with Cosmic Ghost Rider, but that doesn't mean that Cosmic Ghost Rider didn't send ripples through Marvel and making Ghost Rider a popular series once again. And not only that, but Johnny Blaze is back, the original Ghost Rider, and his brother is taking up that mantle of the Ghost Rider, which should be pretty interesting. Also, this is going to be a Diamond Gem, and it's a Marvel comic, but it is completely sold out. I mean, especially you have the last time you saw that with Ghost Rider was Cosmic Ghost Rider, and it's not even Donny Cates. So the hype is real, you guys. Coming in at number 3 this week, we have Mahnomen number 1 of 15, coming out of Image Comics. Total Eclipse of the Heart Part 1. No matter how fast you run, sooner or later your past will catch up with you. Enter Becky Kumar, a geeky 20-year-old from New York City who is about to cross the veil between our reality and the realm of otherworldly truths. From writer and RPG creator Marco B. Bucci from Magna Veritas and Memento Mori, and artist Jacopo Camagni from X-Men Blue and Deadpool the Duck, comes a tale of tales, witchcraft, and secret for mature readers that rewires the rules of urban fantasy. So, this one is not only a brand new image number 1, but it is completely sold out, and it is a Diamond Gem, which are all good things. We like this. And not only that, but this has a decent premise, worthy of grabbing for both entertainment and collectability. So for those of you who are collectors that watch the show, or readers, is for both. Coming in at number 2 this week, we have Dead Eyes number 1, coming out of Image Comics. You can't keep a good comic down. In the 1990s, Dead Eyes was a prolific stick-up man and hoodlum in Boston until he took down one last big score and disappeared. Nobody ever discovered the truth. He retired to be with the love of his life, but now he's back in the mask to save her. No one, not his wife, the mafia, or the cops is happy that he's out of retirement. From John McCree, the artist and co-creator of Mythic and Hitman, and Jerry Dugan, the writer of Analog and Deadpool, comes the action, comedy, and drama of Martin Dobbs, aka Dead Eyes, the man who says he's descended from one of the original gangs of New York City. Get on board the first oversized issue of an all-new ongoing series for mature readers. So, if you guys aren't a little caught up on this, Dead Eyes might sound a little familiar to you. In fact, in my notes here, it says this issue contains previously published material. That is because Dead Eyes used to be called Dead Rabbit, which got their pantsuit off by a bar called the Dead Rabbit, who just so happened to have a little rabbit on their menu, which also just so happened to be the little rabbit that talked to the guy in the comic book, and they didn't like that, so they really went after him. And this is their way of coming back, because Dead Rabbit was a hugely popular comic, and it's actually highly collectible because of the lawsuit, and you cannot find them, and issues are very expensive. But with this coming out, this could kick up the dirt on the controversy all over again. Maybe the Dead Rabbit bar could look for other venues to get them for this again, which I doubt they can do anything about it because they completely got rid of the rabbit. But other than that, I mean, it's completely sold out already. So everyone's already on board. Now you guys are too. And now it's time for the 9.9 no-brainer! Today's 9.9 no-brainer is Vampire State Building #1 out of Ablaze Comics. So I'm not really familiar with them. The newest horror series from the artist of The Walking Dead, Charlie Adler. Just in time for Halloween. Get ready to be bitten from the first full-color page. Terry Fisher is a young soldier on the verge of being sent away for active military duty, and is going to meet his friends at the top of the Empire State Building for a farewell party. But suddenly, a legion of vampires attacks the skyscraper and massacres its occupants. Hounding the 102 floors that have become a deadly trap, Terry must take decisive action to save himself and his friends, and the city of New York, before the army of abominations and the terrible vampire god within, walled in the building since its construction, spill into the city. So, I mean, obviously you can tell why we chose this one as 9.9 no-brainer. I mean, besides it being a featured item, but Charlie Adler is finally back after the hiatus of The Walking Dead ending. And I mean, I'm pretty sure this is only like his second book. I can't really think of another comic book that he's done other than The Walking Dead. But it doesn't matter because The Walking Dead. But not only that, but this kind of premise sounds, it's not zombies, but it's still Walking Dead-ish. There's an apocalypse happening. The undead, they're not zombies, but they're still undead, are descending upon New York, and it's up to these small group of people to stop them. Or Walking Dead's more about surviving, but you don't want it to be exactly like The Walking Dead. It's just a rehash. Also, this is a super indie publisher. Like I said, it's Ablaze Comics. No one knows about Ablaze Comics, so expect low prints and expect them to sell out by its release, and it'll be very good for your collection if you get a hold of this. This also has an Inyuk Lee variant, which is coming out, and Inyuk Lee, as you know, is on fire. And if you know that he's on an Ablaze comic, that it's important. That's a key thing. Small publisher, never really heard of the comic before, but there's a big artist on it. That's something you want to stick your nose to. But other than that, you're going to see me picking this one up, if not for just its collectability, but to also see what happens to those guys. Moving into those honorable mentions, we're going to start out with Marvel Comics. They've got Absolute Carnage, Immortal Hulk #1 coming out. Should be good. Spider-Verse #1. Bizarre Adventures #1. Contagion #1. Fantastic Four #15, specifically for that J. Scott Campbell variant. House of X #6 of 6. That is the last of the run. It's a really good run, you guys. Collectible series. Grab a hold of it. And Marvel Comics #1001. Moving into DC Comics, we have Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #3, #6 of 6. Again, the end of that series, and the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is also a very highly collectible series and is a fun read. Deceased #5. And then moving into Dark Horse Comics, we have Grendel Devil's Odyssey #1. And if you want to look at these two pictures, or at least here's the photo of the cover for Grendel Devil's Odyssey. And then let's also look at a photo of Cosmic Ghost Rider. There are a few similarities, and we're not saying that they're necessarily copying it, but I feel like we at 9.9 kind of feel like it might be a nod to them because, I mean, this character's been around for a while, and he's done crossover books, and he's gone through different iterations, and I feel like it's just a fun character for Dark Horse. So you might want to expect some Cosmic Ghost Rider fans to be on this book just for the tip of the hat. Then Ruby Falls #1. Going into Image Comics, we have Die #8, which again is a highly collectible series, and then Sea of Stars #4. With then moving into IDW, they've got Canto #5, then Dynamite with the release of Vengeance of Vampirilla #1, specifically for that awesome Joshua Middleton cover A. And then lastly, we've got Boom Studios with the release of Strange Skies over East Berlin #1. Thank you guys for being with us again this week, and we hope that we helped you with your collection. Please remember to click that subscribe button, click that little bell there so you get notified when we go live, and please come back next week where we will give upon to you another top 5 comics for the week.